How nice is this front entrance to this home? It's not just a veranda, it's a statement piece. It looks $1 million, if I do say so myself. But it didn't always look like this. It used to be drab and dreary. So how do you get the look without spending a fortune? Well, we need to go back to the beginning. This front porch has got plenty of potential, but it's not living up to it. But that's an easy fix with a little bit of elbow grease and only a little bit of money. For starters, the biggest change you can make to the front of your house is give it a coat of paint. We're going to spend less than $200, and believe it or not, that's going to be our biggest spend for this job. But going from this light sky blue to a beautiful dark colour will be a fantastic contrast. But it's not just a matter of splashing the paint on the wall. You need to key the timber, take it back and give it a rough surface. Then I'm going to dust it, wash it, and then I can start to paint. The colour scheme I'm going for here is dark grey on the walls, called Domino, white for the window frame and door jamb, and to make the front door sing, this red's called Yarra Valley. The front of the little cottage is looking better already, but there's lots of big walls that are blank. So I'm going to make some interesting artwork that'll double as planters, and I'm taking inspiration from our humble 50-cent piece. The main reason this is my inspiration is because it's going to cost me about that much to make. And the reason why it's only going to cost me 50 cents is because what I'm doing looks heaps better if you're using second-hand reclaimed timber. So keep your eyes out on the streets, council throw out, ask your friends and family. There's lots of timber lying around in people's backyards that isn't being used. Now, what you need to do is make 6 equal lengths with a 30-degree cut on it like this one. When you come to do the next cut, you need to alternate it so it goes in the opposite direction. Do that 6 times, glue them together, nail it off. We're going to back it with hardwood fence palings, put a little planter across the front. Well, there you go. 5 minutes, less than 50 cents, and you've made yourself a beautiful little planter. You can make them in any size you like, depending on what timber you find. Check out my cool little coffee table. Beautiful and boring from top, but how good are those legs? And I got it for $9.95 on eBay. So eBay, meet Gumtree. The two together are going to make a great little coffee table. I'm going to take a slither of this and plonk it on those legs. There you go, it's going to need a lot of work before it looks like a beautiful coffee table. I wish I'd cut it a bit thinner. That work involves firstly planing it to get a nice flat surface. Then sanding it for a smooth finish. I'm using 2 slabs from a table. To join them together, I'm going to put some plywood underneath and paint it black so it disappears. And to turn it from a chunk of timber into a coffee table, I'm going to take the legs off my eBay coffee table and attach it to the ply. Finally, I'm going to give the top coat a stain to bring out the natural goodness of the timber. How good does it look? Well, the legs cost me $10. The Gumtree was free. Now, I had to buy some screws, a little bit of glue, and that small piece of ply. The stain and the paint, found them in the back of the shed. But I reckon you can make something like this for about $25 to $30. Now, I've got pots and plants to put into this space, and you can burn a ton of money on pots. Well, I just didn't have a ton of money. I had $50 to spare. So what I did was I went down to a local second-hand shop and I found a heap of copper. Now, copper don't look real flash when it's old and sort of browned off like that, but a simple way to clean it is just dunk it in some vinegar for a couple of hours, no scrubbing or brushing, and they come up looking like new. Very nice. You got to pull in a few favours when you're trying to do things on a budget. I got this recovered from that dirty old green to this beautiful canvas colour for $150 in material. Admittedly, my Auntie Joycey did the sewing for me. And the pillows, store-bought, there's $60 worth there, so all up, my biggest spend, $210. But how good does that look? Now, continuing the theme of recycling, reusing and spending as little as possible, I've got some more fence palings and I've made some discs in different sizes. I painted the house number on one of them. Costs nothing and it's really eye-catching. All that's left to do now is bring all the little projects together. This thrifty porch makeover is just about done. The plants cost me only 80 bucks. I got a bunch online for 60 and a couple of reduced and slightly damaged ones from Bunnings for only 20 bucks. Thanks, Roger. How good's our little makeover? I've done bigger makeovers with huge budgets and had less impact than this. We spent under 600 bucks. The paint is the #1 game changer. You're gonna drive past and this house is gonna look like it's fully renovated. Redoing the canvas on this daybed makes this a desirable place to sit and enjoy your coffee table and a view of the garden. It just goes to show, if you've got a little bit of energy and a little bit of imagination, budget won't get in your way if you want to do something around your house.